So let's get into what's going on and what happened with ATL rapper Wicked. Now, Wicked does a podcast show with Beehive over there in Beehive ATL. Great podcast. Y'all go subscribe to their show. I like the content that Beehive does over there. They do a great job. But Wicked, he basically was speaking on this entire Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty situation where these guys had some real serious beef, and there was a robbery. Basically, Pooh Shiesty, for you guys who don't know, is alleged to have robbed Gucci Mane of all of his stuff. Earrings, watch, wedding ring, blase blah. Allegedly put a thing to his dome and forced him to sign himself out of a contract. He was signed to Gucci Mane and his label 1017. Now, Gucci Mane, who many people claim in the A, right? He's getting a lot of criticism in the rap community because on the police report it said that he identified Pooh Shiesty, and the things that were stolen from him. And so a lot of people was getting upset with him. Gucci Mane is 46 years old. And so there's a divide amongst people just in general society. Some people are taking it with the street rules, saying, hey, man, you in the game, you in the streets, you got to keep it street. Like, you can't never talk. You got to stick to a certain code, period. Some people saying, look, this dude a grown-ass man. He's 46 years old. You want him to be in a box. He trying to do his business. And, you come do this to him. Then nobody make you sign the contract. He helped you get on. And you have to honor and respect that contract. It wasn't his fault you went to prison and lost those years in prison. These are some of the things people were saying, right? So we go past that. So now, Beehive ATL podcast show, Wicked is asked about this from Beehive. Beehive asked him how he feels about it. And Wicked is going in. And Wicked revealed that it was some NY cats that was in his comments, I guess on his social media, talking crazy. And Beehive, when he spazzed on these dudes, he said, hey, look, man, I know y'all ain't in my comments talking crazy when y'all got a dude up there that's out here putting out whole documentaries on people, getting people locked up. Right? Now, we all know he's talking about 50 Cent. Why? Because he's criticized 50 Cent on the podcast before. He's criticized 50 Cent for doing the documentaries and doing all the little things that he's been doing on social media. Beehive ain't been feeling that, right? So I'm going to let you guys hear what Beehive had to say on the Beehive ATL podcast show and how he addressed these NY cats that have been coming in his comments. Because he was mad about that.
Just like Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Dre Day, we all know the line. Yeah. Only made easy payday. So for everybody think that this is brand new, this is not brand new.
Okay.
And nobody wouldn't really call it easy a snitch.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was some.
Yeah.
Also, the internet wasn't out either, so that we could see everything in real time.
That's right.
To see how people really felt. Now, with the record itself, I think that it was probably not the best time to drop the record in the midst of all this. Because when I heard the record, he could have dropped the record. But I wouldn't have dropped the record talking about anything that had to do with the case itself. So meaning, if he had dropped the record and just said, hey, when I see it's on site, I ain't gonna get no details of nothing going on.
Yeah.
Just call you a sucker.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How you could have phrased it better with the pen. This was too direct for me because it almost kind of told what was going on. So now if I'm sitting back and I'm an investigator or something and I listen to this almost sounds like a confession of what played out to me. That's what a lot of people are saying. So I would not have, me personally, have dropped the record with that content in it.
Yeah.
You could drop a record, but not with that content in it. Now, before I say something else, anybody from New York City that don't been on my post talking about anything, you shut up. Because y'all have a man up there that drops documentaries on people in real time and send them to prison, okay? So I don't want to hear nothing from up there from you.
So, you know, I got to be honest, man. I didn't even think of it until he said that like that. And there was a lot of NY cats. It is true. I see a lot of cats on social media, you know what I'm saying, as far as, they going in on Gucci on the song, you know. But they celebrating the fact that 50 allegedly is coming out with a documentary on T.I. and Tiny and allegedly allegations against them because 50 Cent, he's alleged he's jabbed at times at potentially putting out a documentary on them, you know, and so we already know he helped put out a documentary on Diddy, so that's already out there. That's in the atmosphere. We all saw that. So Beehive saying that, he's calling out what he's saying is double standards in the game, man. It's double. He's saying it's double standards. People out there calling they dudes rats and saying all these guys are rats, but he said y'all got a dude that's putting out documentaries out here. You know what I'm saying? And getting people locked up behind it, right? So here's the thing, and that's Beehive. He have a right to his own opinion. Here's the thing, right? I said this on my other YouTube channel, and Beehive said this on that podcast too, but I said this on my other YouTube channel early this morning, even before they put out that episode that they just put out a couple hours ago. It's just crazy to me how more people are upset with Gucci than they are Pooh Shiesty. Now, I'm not, listen, if you saying, okay, Gucci come from that life, he's still about that life, he still preached that life, he's still supposed to live that life, okay, and you saying that he broke the code, he broke everything, cool. But I just want to know, why ain't so as many people mad at Pooh Shiesty? That's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Like, you would think that a lot of these people would be like, hey, man, because, listen, and he brought up a good point. I think he said this too. Like, what is going to make it stop? Because, if this is true and Pooh Shiesty did that, then he said every time somebody got a problem with their record label, they're going to go and try and snake you, slide on you. You know what I'm saying? Come and try and put that thing to you and get you to get them up out that contract. Anytime somebody don't like the contract. And then that causes, he said, what was Gucci supposed to do? Go back and smoke dude, and then he go to prison, lose all of his stuff, lose his wife, lose his kid, lose his family? That's a question I'm going to ask everybody in the comments, And some people just say, hey, man, you just got to take that loss. You know what I'm saying? You in the game. Cool. But why these people ain't mad at all the other sides as mad as they are at Gucci? Look at the reaction. But I want to say this to y'all, right? What Beehive said about 50, that shit gonna cut a lot of them cats deep, because the truth is, a lot of people join 50 on what he said. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.